Company description. Delta Airlines is a major American airline company based out of Atlanta, Georgia. It is ranked highest of all airlines in terms of revenue, as well as brand value. With planes departing from 52 different countries and over 5,000 flights daily, Delta flies over 200 million people each year, with over $61.6 billion in revenue in 2024 alone, makes them the highest-grossing airline company in the world. With over 100 years of experience, Delta has cemented themselves as one of the leaders in the aviation industry. Description of primary industry. Delta Airlines' primary industry is air transportation. It provides a regularly scheduled passenger and cargo services on a global scale. There are numerous subcategories to this, including flight operations, ticketing, maintenance of airlines, bagging and handling, as well as customer service. All these factors combine to create a safe, effective environment for transportation of goods and people via air transportation.
So before we dive deeper into the presentation, it's important to understand how Delta fits into the VRIN framework. VRIN stands for valuable, rare, inimitable, and non-substitutable. These four qualities determine whether a company's resources provide a true competitive advantage. Number 1, valuable. These are the assets that help the company enhance efficiency, provide superior service, and maintain their profitability. This includes the fleet, technology, investments, and the company's loyalty programs. Number 2, rare. Resources that are unique to the company and not easily found in other airlines. This includes their brand reputation, partnerships, and technology. Number 3, inimitable. These are the assets that competitors would find extremely difficult or costly to replicate. This is the company's long-standing customer loyalty, operational expertise, and their sustainability initiatives, which fall into this category. Number 4, non-substitutable. These are the resources that can't be replaced by alternative strategies or different companies without losing their value. The company's combination of high-quality service, global reach, and their advanced technology make its assets difficult to substitute. By analyzing Delta's resources through the VRIN lens, we can better understand how these assets contribute to the company's competitive advantage and overall success. Now let's take a closer look at the company's valuable assets. Valuable assets. Delta's valuable assets are the key elements that contribute to its position as one of the largest and most successful airlines in the world. These assets enable the company to maintain a competitive edge while building a strong customer loyalty. They include tangible resources such as aircraft, airport infrastructure, and advanced technology, as well as intangible assets such as loyalty programs, strategic partnerships, and brand reputation. One of the company's greatest strengths is its extensive and diverse fleet, consisting of over 900 aircraft. They operate a mix of planes from leading manufacturers, including Airbus, Boeing, Bombardier, and Embraer. This variety allows the company to optimize the aircraft selection for each route, ensuring efficiency, cost control, and a high-quality experience for the passengers. The size of the fleet alone provides a competitive advantage by allowing the airline to serve a larger number of destinations domestically and internationally. Additionally, they continue to invest in their fleet modernization, prioritizing fuel efficiency and lower operational costs while also improving sustainability and passenger comfort, which we will discuss later on in the presentation. Delta continues to leverage technology to enhance its operational efficiency and customer satisfaction. A good example of this is its recent partnership with JetZero, which is a California-based company developing next-generation aircraft. This collaboration focuses on creating a technology that is revolutionary, blending wing-body aircraft designed to significantly reduce the fuel consumption and carbon emissions. Going back to the company's SkyMiles program, which is a frequent flyer program that rewards its customers for travel and purchases. Beyond its physical assets, the SkyMiles program is one of the most valuable intangible resources within the company. It's designed to reward frequent travelers, which plays a crucial role in fostering long-term customer loyalty and customer retention overall. It was actually originally introduced as the Frequent Flyer Program in 1981, and it was later rebranded as SkyMiles in 1995. It allows members to earn miles not only through flights, but also through everyday purchases when they use Delta's co-branded American Express credit cards. They offer several different credit card tiers, which cater to each customer's needs. Beginning at the Blue Card, which has no annual fees and basic mileage earning. Then we move on to the next tier, which is the Gold Card, which has priority boarding, free checked baggage, and higher earnings on flights. Moving up to the Platinum card, you get increased mileage earnings, complimentary upgrades, and enhanced travel rewards. The highest tier is the Reserve card, which is one of the most sought-after perks of the program. This has access to exclusive lounge access, priority boarding, a companion certificate, and premium benefits. One of the biggest things is the access to Delta Sky Clubs. These premium airport lounges offer complimentary food, beverages, high-speed Wi-Fi, and comfortable seating areas, which elevate the customer experience. And this overall is almost like a luxury experience for those who are a part of this program.
Delta Airlines has a substantial list of rare assets they possess. This includes, but is not limited to, specialized aircrafts, long-standing alliances, as well as exclusive airport hubs. They have used these assets accumulated over the years to develop and maintain a strong foothold in the aviation industry. Rare assets refer to any type of assets that are difficult to replicate or acquire. This could be anything from patents to skilled employees in a specific field, or even deals with relationships with a group of individuals. Delta Airlines has been able to build a strong relationship with many different government bodies to allow it to have a substantial presence in 52 countries and over 23 major United States airports. This grants Delta an advantage over new and existing airlines attempting to gain market share in the aviation industry. Delta also has a close relationship with JetZero and has been testing a new experimental aircraft that would be 50% more fuel efficient. According to Delta's website, this new aircraft will have a flight range and seat capacity comparable to today's mid-range international aircraft, all with existing engine technology. Having an aircraft like this helps improve Delta's image by showing the world how they are working to help the environment, as well as giving the opportunity to offer cheaper airfare to any interested buyer. Lastly, with the increase in fuel efficiency, it'll help maintain Delta's fuel reserves and give the possibility of saving money and gaining more profit from each flight. Another great rare asset that Delta has is its exclusive airport hubs. With over 20 different Delta-ran airline hubs, this gives Delta the ability to have a complete control over the arrival and departure of aircraft from their airport hub. While other airlines have to share hubs with each other, thanks to this, Delta has control over almost all operations within their airport hub. This gives access to possible cost savings. This is done by concentrating flights and resources to one location and streamlines operations. Thanks to this, less resources are needed to run aircrafts. Lastly, having everything centralized allows a quick turnaround from unloading to reloading, either it being passengers or cargo. This allows more flights to be scheduled within a time frame and make more profit. With other airlines not having their own airport hub, it gives Delta a strong advantage over the competition. All of these rare assets that Delta Airlines possesses allows it to achieve and maintain their dominant foothold on the aviation market. These assets give Delta a position in the market that other airlines simply cannot replicate very easily. Having exclusive airline hubs, new airplanes that will cut costs for fuels, and having strong relationships with over 52 countries, these will help Delta have an edge over their competition.
Included in Delta's long list of assets are not only those that are valuable and rare, but also those that are inimitable, being extremely difficult or costly for a competitor to acquire. It should first be noted that the airline industry has some of the highest entry costs of any market. Because of this, most if not all of Delta's assets are inimitable to new entrants or recently established enterprises. Fleet size, supporting infrastructure, operating experience, and regulatory compliance knowledge are all incredibly difficult or costly to obtain for new or small airlines. But these are commonplace for established airlines and companies that have already created economies of scale. In respect to this, the main assets considered inimitable for this analysis are those that even Delta's most dominant competitors would have difficulty acquiring. To start, Delta's age and experience lends itself to one such asset. Delta started as a crop dusting business in 1925 and began passenger flights in 1929. That makes it North America's oldest and most experienced airline still operating today. For reference, United Airlines, the second oldest, started as a mail carrier called VRIN in 1926, then carried passengers as United in 1931. In other words, Delta was in the air a year before United, and in the air with passengers 2 years before United. While a few years seniority carries much benefit in recently established industries, it means less for companies nearing their centennial anniversary such as Delta. As a company and its competitions both get older, the experiential and operational value of 1 or 2 years sees fiercely diminished returns. In light of this, the main asset is one of a reputational boon. Being able to claim being the most experienced airline in North America allows Delta to position itself for an advantage in brand and public opinion. This claim can carry significant weight as a marketing tool and is the definition of inimitable, as the only way for another airline to acquire this title would be if Delta itself stopped operating. Delta's age and experience enabled it to be in the position to pioneer the hub-and-spoke operational model in the 1950s, which serves as its next inimitable asset. This model sets up certain airports as operational hubs that serve the purpose of funneling and combining passengers onto flights. In other words, Delta can take two half-empty planes and have them meet partway to their destination at a hub airport, combining the passengers onto one flight. The result is one full plane instead of the two half-empty planes, reducing the operational and fuel costs associated with each. Additionally, these hubs served as centralized locations for repair and maintenance, as well as for plane storage. While eventually most of Delta's competitors took up this operational model as well, Delta's early adoption allowed a unique implementation that its competitors were unable to replicate. Rather than establishing hubs based solely on population density, Delta targeted airports at specific route positions and based on location demand. Because other airlines were focused on population-dense airports such as Chicago or LA, Delta was able to establish a dominant foothold in a number of strategic locations. Additionally, because these locations tended to have a less dense population, the operational costs were lower and the airspace was more open, allowing for more flights in and out. Since there was fewer competition aiming for these airports as well, Delta was able to create a dominant share over them, allowing significant bargaining and negotiation power. Additionally, it created the opportunity to maintain control over these hub locations against future competition as well. The result has been lasting operational savings that competitors have been unable to match. Delta's next inimitable asset is another reputational asset, its brand value. Sitting at an estimated $10.8 billion value, Delta is the most valued airline brand globally, a record it has held for 6 years. Similar to being able to claim most experienced, being able to claim most valued brand is in itself an asset that can positively impact public perception. It is also inimitable, as the only way for another company to have this asset would be to overtake Delta's valuation. Another inimitable asset of Delta's is its labor force. Most airlines see heavy unionization of their workforce, but Delta breaks that trend. Delta has the lowest percentage of union-represented workers of any airline at 20%. For comparison, JetBlue is the second lowest at 51%, which is more than double. The advantage of non-unionized labor allows Delta to have stronger power over employee pay, benefits, and work conditions, leading to operational savings, as well as making them much less susceptible to strike-related losses as compared to other airlines. This asset is highly inimitable, as once a union forms, it can only be legally removed by a vote of the employees. This is considerably rare and harder still to accomplish due to legislation preventing employers from trying to influence the decision. As such, it is incredibly unlikely to deunionize a workforce. This means that it is near impossible for Delta's competitors to catch back up to this labor asset, though if Delta loses it, then it would be near impossible for Delta to recover the advantage. The last inimitable asset of Delta's is its intellectual property. The company owns many copyrights, as well as 156 patents, 49 of which have been granted and 29 of which are active. These patents mainly cover operational efficiencies, but are inimitable, as each patented idea or process cannot be used by another airline without Delta's explicit permission.
Non-substitutable assets. Delta Airlines has several valuable, rare, and inimitable assets that contribute to its competitive advantage. Whether these assets can be easily substituted by rivals within or outside of the industry depends on the nature of substitution and strategies that are used. Here are some examples of different assets that have non-substitutable qualities: infrastructure, specialized aircraft, intellectual property, advanced technology, virtual meeting platforms, and high-speed rails. Starting with infrastructure, Delta has critical infrastructure in cities such as Atlanta and Detroit. It would take a significant amount of time and investment for other companies to establish similar operations in critical cities. This dominance ensures high connectivity, making it non-substitutable. Specialized aircraft. Delta Airlines operates a diverse fleet of specialized aircraft such as Airbus A350, Boeing 767, and Boeing 757. These aircraft are unique to Delta and cannot be replicated. Intellectual property. Delta Airlines holds an extensive portfolio of intellectual property. This includes trademarks, patents, and proprietary technology that cannot be copied. Delta Airlines focuses on trademarks for brand recognition, patents for technological innovations, and proprietary systems for operations. Advanced technology. Delta is a leader in advanced technology systems that enhance both operational efficiency and customer experience. Competitors on the outside of the airlines industry offer substitute services that airlines like Delta cannot offer, such as virtual meeting platforms. Business travelers may opt for virtual meetings instead of flying. A couple of reasons why travelers may use this alternative are cost effectiveness and convenience. And lastly, high-speed rails. One advantage of high-speed rails are the environmental impact compared to airlines. Delta Airlines focuses on enhancing customer experience and operational efficiency.
To conclude our VRIN analysis of Delta Airlines, we've seen how their valuable, rare, inimitable, and non-substitutable resources, such as their strong brand, loyal customers, global network, partnerships, and advanced technology, give them a competitive advantage in the airline industry. By continuing to invest in these strengths, Delta continues to stay ahead of the competition, and they play a key role in shaping the future of air travel. On behalf of Team 10, we thank you for your time and attention. We will conclude with our references.